It's Roxy Renee. This video will be my first installation to my travel blog. This is something that I have been wanting to do for a really long time, but in between my travels and between working, it's just not something that I've been able to record. But I have the time now, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it out the way. I just recently started traveling really last year. I'm 23 years old, and for my, wow, that was actually right when I was about to turn 22. I traveled to Hawaii. I was on the island of Oahu in Waikiki, and I traveled by myself, and it was the most amazing thing. I know that Hawaii is not a place that a lot of people can go to as far as affording to go to Hawaii, but I got a really great deal, and there are a lot of tips that I would like to give people when it comes to traveling. The first thing that comes to mind when people think of traveling is cha-ching, money. But it's really not that expensive to travel if you handle your money correctly. I have been saving my money, saving, just so that I can travel, because I think that traveling is very important, especially for a young person like myself. There is a lot of cultural differences. There are a lot of different foods, a lot of different ethnicities. There are a lot of just different things that I think as human beings we need to experience. I'm from Chicago originally, and believe it or not, although Chicago is amongst the higher populated cities of this country in the U.S., it's very segregated. I did not learn great geography lessons in school. And when you don't know something, you can't teach someone else something. So I do blame the school system in Chicago, but when I moved to New York 3 years ago, it was such a culture shock to me. I had never met all of these different types of people and from all of these different walks of life and from these different places. So it was very amazing to me to see people from all of these different places come into one big melting pot and still live coherently. After I moved to New York and I started experiencing so many West Indian people, so many Indian people, so many Guyanese people, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Ecuadorian, Colombian, and the list goes on and on. You know, it's just so many different types of people here. It really made me want to open myself up and travel to these different places to see what these people came from. So this year, 2014, I received this. My passport. I have been wanting my passport for a long time, but from where I'm from, a passport is just not something that people worry about. So after I got this, I was just like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to travel. I got my passport March 10th of 2014, and it was the most amazing feeling. Like, I swear. It was just a feeling that it's really inexplainable. It felt like this was my ticket to life. This was my getaway free card. Not get out of jail free. Get away free. Like, go wherever you want. Explore the world. See whatever you want. This is all I needed. As soon as I got this, I started looking up trips. Where do I want to go? What do I want to see? Where do I want to go first? Where do I want my first passport stamp to be from? And I don't know why, but Costa Rica called out to me. Costa Rica is known for its beautiful greenery, the scenery, the birds, all of the wild animals. Everything about Costa Rica was kind of calling out to me. So I booked the trip. As I stated before, I did have a travel savings. Now, let me back up a little bit. I am not rich. I do not have family that is supporting me on my journey through these travels. This is all money that I worked for and that I saved to be able to travel the world. So let me just make that clear. I am not a trust fund baby. I do not have rich parents. I am a working individual that works almost every day in order to do the things that I want to do with my life. And you can too. That's the whole reason that I would like to start this blog. Because as a black female, I think that a lot of black people think that they're not a part of traveling. Like, they can't travel. And I don't understand why we believe that, because we have the same opportunities that any other race has. As long as we make them happen, we can do it. It's a plane ride away. After you get this, go. Even before you get this, You can travel within the states. You need to see what's around you before you can go out of the states and see what they have. But the most important thing is to have that mindset that you can do whatever you want to do. That is what's most important. So I booked my trip to Costa Rica, and I went to Costa Rica from May 9th through May 13th. It was a very short trip, but I accomplished a lot. I traveled by myself, which is something that I encourage everybody to do at least once in their lifetime, because you learn so much about yourself. Although I went to a country that has a prominent language of Spanish, and I do not speak Spanish, I speak English. That's the only language that I speak fluently. I was not scared at all to go to a country that did not speak English. And that was simply because I feel like as people, we're all connected in some form or way. Just because we don't all speak the same languages does not mean that we can't understand each other. So I booked my trip, and a lot of my friends and family were like, "You're crazy. Why would you go there by yourself? I'm afraid for you. We can't contact you. You can't contact us. And you don't have a phone," and all of these things. But I wanted to be disconnected. I wanted to feel that feeling of free. I wanted to be like a bird. I just wanted to be. And that is exactly what I got. I was staying in San Jose in Costa Rica, and I also went to La Fortuna. I went to Arenal. I took a cruise to an island called Tortuga Island, and that was amazing. I went to a place near the Arenal volcano called Hot Springs, and it was the most amazing thing. Like, everything about that trip was tantric. I didn't have any bad memories on that trip. I booked tours. I did not just go and just find stuff to do. Prior to going to Costa Rica, I booked tours. So I did a lot of research, and I found a tour group, and I booked tours with different tour groups depending on what it was that I wanted to do. But through those 3 days, I did a lot. I will post pictures at the end of this video so that you guys can experience some of what I experienced. And also, if you'd like to see more of my traveling pictures, you can go to my Instagram at RoxyRenee_stylist. And I post a lot of pictures when it comes to my travels. Not too much, of course. You take millions of pictures while you're traveling or doing anything spectacular, and you only post a few. But I will definitely post some at the end of this video for you guys to see. And I will see you guys next time for the next installation of my travel blog. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions regarding Costa Rica, what websites I visited when looking for my travel deals, all of that good stuff, I will put some of that info below in the description box. But if you guys have any personal questions for me, I can be your travel guru. I am here for you. If you have anything that you'd like to ask, please feel free to comment or send me a message, or you can hit me up on Instagram. You can DM me. We can talk underneath the picture. Whatever you need, I'm here for you. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. This is the Arenal volcano in La Fortuna, Costa Rica.